You can see where those limbs were rubbing those shingles all the way in that ridge right there and rubbed all the grit off of it. We got us a little pruning job today. We're gonna open this driveway up. You see how them limbs are dangling down right there at the SUV. We're gonna prune them back, these crepe myrtles. Gonna knock them back a little bit. These low-hanging limbs here, and then those that are kind of over the house. It's not going to be but probably a couple more years and they're going to be sagging onto the roof line. And if you look over the ridge, you see that crepe myrtle. It's bad. I'm going to go back there and give it a really nice haircut in the back there. Trim it up because it's all over the roof. It's touching it pretty bad. I do have a brand new pole saw. I've had it since January, I think, and I just had never run it yet. And this one is the identical to my other one, except on my other one, you know, I cut the shaft back on it. I took 10 inches off it. I'm gonna leave this one like it is, but I'm gonna run this one today a little bit. I like running the shorter one in the lift. It's just more pleasant to run. But we're gonna break this one in. It's what are these that I use? These are the Husqvarna 530 IP4. That's what these are. Very good. Highly recommend them. The motor is out here on the end of them. It don't have a shaft that runs down through there, but they're nice units. So let's go up and get started. So these water oaks, I guess it's in their makeup or something, I don't know, but they get a lot of this kind of stuff going on. See that, like that limb right there, that was good and that was good. This is rot, and you stick your finger up in there like that and you get just an unbelievable amount of rot in these trees. They're pretty trees and they're nice. And see, what they do is most of them come up, they get 10 or 15 foot tall, and then they branch off into several different leaders. See that right there, the way that one does. But they end up with a bunch of rot in them. I mean, you look like that limb right there is rotting. This small limb right here is rotting, and the ends end up with a lot of rot. And then that's what happens. See all the stuff on the roof down there? All the stuff kind of fall. Every time the wind blows, the trees kind of self-prune themselves, and so I mean, if I was going to plant something, it probably would not be a water oak like these here, but I'm not complaining. I do really well off these trees. I make a lot of money off of them, taking them down and cleaning them up. So I'm gonna take this whole limb over here at one time. I'm going to strap it and cut it. I'll let y'all watch. This is what the back looks like. You see the crepe myrtle all over the shingles. The tree's done went way too long without having some attention on it. Roof's still okay. It ain't great. See, this is what having that tree shading that right there all the time I do. See all that moss growing on that roof right there? They jack it up, and then the limbs sitting there rubbing on it when the wind blows, just like right now. See the wind blowing them a little bit? It rubs the grit off the shingles too, and takes away from the life expectancy. So look at this. This is where I pruned all this up right here. Looks fan-freaking-tastic. Even where I got the driveway raised at, the two crepe myrtles. I'll show you that from the front in a little bit once I get back down on the ground. But I'm gonna knock this behemoth of a crepe myrtle out and get it done real quick. Get everything in a dump trailer, and then that's gonna be on to the next job, which is just right up the road. I've got like 4 right here straight in the road to do, which is pretty cool. I don't have to move very far. All right, this is what it looks like now. You can see where those limbs were rubbing those shingles all the way in that ridge right there, and rubbed all the grit off of it. Remember that thing had limbs all the way around it. See how that ridge is wet right there? Moisture. It ain't dried. I meant that, not a ridge, but a valley right there. I got a little bit more trimming I'm gonna do on it. I'm gonna get couple more of these limbs, and around the outside like those above the lips right there, I'm gonna get them too. That way it kind of evens the tree up. But really don't need a tree planted that close to the house like that, because I can see it's actually got the air conditioner unit like kicked over back toward the house right there. And I'm sure those roots are going underneath the slab or the foundation of the house and patio right here too. Alright, so this is job number 2 today. I'm about to rip that old basketball pole out of the ground for him, so we can add pulling basketball goal holes up to my resume. Show you here what I did a while ago. They had a giant oak stump, red oak right there, and somebody they just barely grounded it. They didn't do too much on it. Well, I got her finished up. Look how nice that thing finished out right there. So now we're gonna go on up the street to the next one. Dude, whoever put that one in, they did a good job. That's a hunk of concrete on that one right there, buddy. Did y'all put that in? Whoever did, look at that hunk of concrete on that thing. Yeah, where you want me to set that thing at? You think that? Alright, I'll set it over here. Just get some dirt, put some dirt on it, it'll be good. That's all, yes ma'am, that's all concrete right there. They did not want that one to go nowhere.